Hey everybody, we're playing Jodah and the Shrines. It's a new deck I cobbled together. Jodah and the Shrines, it sounds like the name of a band out of an Archie's comic book. But it's not, it's Magic the Gathering. Oh, lots of lands to begin with. Good. That's a change. You're at Tpull's Corner. This is Travis. And I've played with Shrine decks before. I think I posted a video a couple months ago, so you can find it in the feed. But once you're playing with the 5 Kamigawa Shrines, you're already playing with 5 colors. So in the current meta, including Dominaria United, it's kind of like, if I'm already playing 5 colors, why don't I just throw Jodah in there and see what happens? Okay, what color do I need next? I am going to need a second white. Why not? We'll do combat research and attack and draw a card. And auto pay to mill them. Ta-da! Oh, destroy target enchantment. Good, that's a good card to get rid of. As long as he doesn't have another one already in his hand, we're going to be in good shape. Right? Sure what good it does him to enlist, but we need a different color now. It's tough to tell which one to take next, but we'll bring out Catilda, and we got green if we need it, so next it's probably black. I really should have attacked first, but never mind. He's going to get rid of that. He came equipped with removal, didn't he? Wow. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, so the reason why I made sure to have double green was because of this. So we're going to play the land. I need one red land now for everything. But let's go ahead and get rid of some cards. Some creatures, that is. Boom! Everybody's gone! We'll pay that 1 mana to get a 1/1 spirit creature token from Shared Purpose. They're going to enlist, right? I'm going to take that. No blocks. What can he do here? Exile, put a 1/1 counter on each shoulder. I think he can do that anytime he wants, right? So let's bring out the Codex. And we'll just attack for 2. Okay, got another kill shot. Not completely unexpected. So you can exile anything, right? Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's draw a card. That'll give me the red that I want. And I'm really going to have a problem, aren't I, with Savior of Allenbach? That's when he trains. Okay, so we're not going to do anything. We're going to let him train. Oh, he's not going to train him. Oh, he is. Okay, there we go. Okay, with that, let's go get another shrine. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need a second creature out there now. So no drawing cards. Now it's too late for the Savior to train because you have to wait and then do the enlist. So we're going to block there and we're going to block there. Dorothea sacrifices at the end of the turn no matter what. And then we can put some stuff down. And let's go ahead and pay and get rid of you. Ta-da! Shrine's synergizing already. Now we just need a Jodah. Do the combat research trick again. And we'll bring down another shrine. And we'll draw a card. Come on. Excellent. See if they have another kill shot. They use it on Hidden Cruelty. I'm kind of okay with that. Do you have... Oh, they're using all their kill shots now. Okay. So we'll pay the 1 and hit you anyway for 1 point of damage. That is most of your interaction, though. That's 4 kill shots already. Okay, they might have 2 more Destroy Evils. But that's not an enchantment. And I'm really ready for a Jodah right now, but I'll take land, why not? Alright, and we'll bring down another shrine, just to maybe be target practice for you if we want. I've got these other cards I'm holding in reserve for when I think it's safe to peek out. Excellent. Okay. So, we attack first with Yamazaki. And we're going to go get back this one. They're blocking to kill. Fine, we'll cast you. Draw a card. Jodah's here! So I'm not going to cast anything else. I'm going to end the turn. And we're going to pay both of those mana costs. 1 mana each. Hidden Cruelty kills the token. Ah, they have some sort of protection spell. Ah, flash spell, okay. Not a problem. And then we'll auto pay to... Ah, got rid of Brutal Cathar, excellent. I got 2 shrines now, so it's going to be 2 cards milled per turn. Oh, and they just quit, they just leave. Alright! Alright, let's go into the deck and we'll show it off. Show you the configuration. If you have a good shrine deck, you don't need Jodah. But if you got 5 colors, and you can fit Jodah in, it's kind of fun. Alright, so I won't dwell on the shrines too much. We've got Lost Wisdom for milling. We've got Boundless Vigor for pumping up, adding counters. We've got Ancient Wars for first strike and hitting them in the face, or to take out Planeswalkers. Just 3 of them. Do I have 4? Let's check. Okay, I do have 4, but I don't think I need more than 3. I've got 4 of Shared Purpose that creates the Spirit Creature tokens, and 3 of Hidden Cruelty that toughness X or less you can destroy their target creatures. Okay, those are the 5 shrines. The support network that I have built around them is kind of cool. You can see I've got, let's see, total lands is 26, so 2 more than usual because I've got 64 cards. So I added 2 other cards, and I added 2 lands to help me out fix all the mana, right? I've got most, like 1 copy each of most of these Dominaria United cards, so that I can have my choice of 2 different lands, but also because they count towards the basic land amount. Because the 1 domain card I have is Jodah's Codex. Ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type. So if you have all 5 land types that count, then you can actually draw cards for free once a turn. So that's cool. Alright, I have 1 copy of Mirror Box, so that if I got too many duplicates, instead of only choosing 1 to keep, I can just put additional ones down and there'll be more on the board. I've got 2 copies of Combat Research, because when the enchanted creature is legendary, it gets +1/+1 and has Ward 1, and all of my creatures are legendary. So that benefits not just the shrines, but it also works well with Jodah because he gets his benefit when you cast legendary creatures. So legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. If Jodah's the only creature, he becomes a 6/6 automatically because he counts himself. If, say, Hidden Cruelty was out, Hidden Cruelty would become a 4/4 automatically because Jodah would come out and add himself and count Hidden Cruelty, so you get the +2/+2. So just 1 other creature out, and suddenly instead of a 2/2 and a 5/5, you've got a 7/7 and a 4/4. So he's just a really good card. The reason why I like the idea of including them is because it sort of combines 3 of the top 10 things I like about playing the game. 1 is I love shrines. I'm just a sucker for shrines. 2nd, I love legendary creatures. And 3rd, I love for paying things without paying the mana cost. And he's got this cascade feature. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, you exile cards until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. Then you can cast that card without paying its mana cost. So everything else in here, like if I get just 1 of these guys cast out when Jodah's around, I can find any 1 of these cards and cast them later. Alright, so we've seen Combat Research. We have 1 copy of Shigeki Jukai Visionary. His channel ability doesn't really help us that much because it's return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. The only thing that I could return is maybe 1 of the 4 artifacts that I have. Mirror Box, the Jodah's Codex, or Shrine Steward. Okay, I only have 3. I think I was playtesting this and I had 2 Shrine Stewards, and it was too many expensive cards. Just the straw that broke the camel's back, so I had to go down to 1 Shrine Steward. So I'm mostly using Shigeki to throw him down on the board and then use his return ability to reveal the top 4 cards of my library, put a land onto the battlefield tapped, and put the rest of the cards in the graveyard. This is because it's a 5-color deck. Shigeki's good for helping fix your mana so you can cast whatever you need to cast. And in the meantime, I don't mind seeding the graveyard because I also have Norika Yamazaki the Poet, legendary 3/2 samurai with vigilance. Whenever a samurai or warrior attacks alone, you can cast an enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. So that gives me a little roundabout way. I can, get a land from Shigeki by returning Shigeki to my hand, and then I can maybe out of those 3 out of those other 4 cards might be some shrines that I can then get back with Yamazaki. So that's a little bit of synergy there. For the other one-offs, I have 1 of Dorothea, Vengeful Victim. It gives me a flying blocker, which I need. And I like to put the enchantment, the Dorothea's Retribution, onto my Go Shintai of Lost Wisdom later. So even if Go Shintai is 0/4 and I attack for 0 damage, if we've got Dorothea's Retribution on them, I'm going to do 4 damage with the 4 Spirit Creature token with flying. We've got 1 copy of Catilda, and equal to the number of permanents you control that are spirits or enchantments. So all of the shrines are enchantments, and Dorothea creates that white Spirit Creature token. And Catilda works very well with Go Shintai of Shared Purpose because whenever you have enough mana to pay the 1 each turn, you create Spirit Creature tokens. So if I get some Spirit Creature tokens out, Catilda's going to get big really fast. Same thing if I lose Catilda, I like putting it on Lost Wisdom and fly over their heads. But I can make that any shrine that give it flying. I have one copy of Zur Eternal Schemer. Enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof, so that's awesome right there. And then for the board wipes, because I don't have, I'm already at 64 cards, I don't have a lot for putting in regular interaction at this point. I've got 2 copies of By Invitation Only. I can choose to sacrifice creatures. This, again, works well if you've got Ghost Shintai Shared Purpose out and you've got 3 or 4 Spirit Creature tokens. Maybe you can get rid of, play By Invitation Only, sacrifice 4 creatures, and you're sacrificing tokens and keeping all your main creatures, whereas they lose all of their board. But that's a possible, little combo there with By Invitation Only, 2 copies of that, and 1 copy of Farewell, which I have to be careful because I have all of these. I like to get into my graveyard for this deck too, so it's got to be a judgment call on what I'm going to exile. Usually I'm just exiling 1 or 2 things, not all 4. Alright, so that's the deck. Let's go back in and play a little bit more. It's been a couple months since I played the Shrine deck. I think I exported it, so it's not in my current laundry list of rotation to play. So I'm not sure how different this is from my original Shrine deck. I keep feeling like with 5 colors I should find a way to put more domain cards in there. And maybe I've got 1 too many shrines in there. It's possible. But the whole point is Jodah and the shrines, so that's the way we did it. Okay, so red, green, and white, and blue, so this is going to be black. And it looks like we've got somebody who wants to get into... Oh, there's black right there, never mind. Let's go ahead and put down a creature and see what happens. Is this mono green? They've got a fight spell. That just deals damage, right? Oh no, it did fight, so they lost it. Okay. Which they probably don't care. Okay, so I have my black now. I have 2 sources of green. I'm actually going to make this white then, because I do need double white at some point. Uh-oh, consuming blob is not cool. Okay, I think we might be stuck. Dormant Grove is terrible. Don't put it on the blob, whatever you do. Okay. Shoot. No blocks there. Not cool, man. Alright, we're going to play that. The consuming blob alone makes things really difficult for us. And they're able to quickly empty their entire hand and put it all on the battlefield against us. And I already need... I need a board wipe already. And I'm just flooding out with land. That is unusual for a change. Alright. We'll throw this down. We'll make this... I'm not even sure what color I'd need after this. I think I've got everything. Make it red. We will attack over the top. Get us a little bit of life and draw a card. Oh, that's what we needed. Okay. Can I auto pay and kill? Oh yes, I can kill the Death Touch guy. A second Dormant Grove. Okay, is it too much to... Let's see, if is it toughness? Toughness 6 or greater. So they really can't avoid making something 6. Okay, they avoided 1. Block 1 there, block 1 there. Down to 10. And this is the reason we have by invitation only. We will attack with Catilda. Draw a card. Equal life points. Play the forest. Play by invitation only. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just go up to 10. Everybody dies. Life is good again. What else you got? That's the problem with emptying your hand, right? You're going to gain 3 life. Okay, we're going to put this puppy down. We're going to put this puppy down. That's all we're going to do. We don't have any spare mana. All you can do is gain 3 life, basically. Neener, neener, neener. Oink, oink, oink. Alright, we did the setup. Next turn we're going to have mana to spare. Let's go ahead and auto pay. Give us 4 spirit creature tokens. And that's all. They're going to quit. Because we're going to put Catilda here. And we get to attack to everybody. In the turn. And let's see. We don't need more of those. We don't need any of that. We will pay to hit him in the face. It turned into like a one-turn kill kind of thing, didn't it? It was a close call for a minute, but it worked. No sign of Jodah yet. Let's see if we can get Jodah out. Go ahead and play another round. Technically, if I want to survive, I should probably squeeze one more board wipe in there. Only having 3 board wipes is kind of pushing it, especially when one is as expensive as Farewell. But I only have 2 copies of the one that allows me to sacrifice that number of creatures. Again, it is possible that I put 4 copies of almost every shrine in there, and that's too many. My regular ranked shrine deck that I use for the I think it was 21? I think it was the Core 21 set that had the 6 shrines. I don't have 4 copies of any one of those in my deck. So yeah, this might be overkill. Might be the wrong mix. But it's a new deck. We're still working out the kinks. Jodah in the hand, and we got a nice mix of mana. Let's go ahead and put out something. If he's got removal, don't mind if he uses it on a duplicate shrine. Got blue, green, and white. So black and red are coming up next. We'll actually do the black to get down Zur. Okay, there we go. Removal. Another one comes down. Another easy target for removal if they like. Red usually doesn't take this long. Maybe they're not used to seeing the shrine decks. I guess the shrines are not overly popular. I don't face them that often myself. But usually red is so concerned with running and hitting. I mean, they just need to get 3 lands down and they beat you, right? There's so many cheap red spells now. A couple of creatures and enough removal spells early up, and you're set, right? Okay. We'll go ahead and play that. We'll go ahead and play Zur. See if that buys us any time at all. No, because he's got Reckless Stormseeker. Okay, so we need red, right? There's our red. We'll go ahead and put down Go Shintai. Can't afford to spend him on anything, but he can block 1 creature. As long as this isn't removal again. Still a bunch of cheap spells, right? The highest he's played is 3 mana. Bring it on. Oh, hello. Because he knows. He knows he could get the 2 points in. Alright, but we can afford to play Jodah. So let's see how that works. Still doing direct damage to the face. I do not expect you to attack. Thank you. Alright, Go Shintai. Bring us a Boundless Vigor. Oh, Shigeki, okay. Bam and bam. And now I can go ahead and cast this as well. I don't think I have a 1 mana spell that's a legendary, right? So we're done there. And now we're just waiting on my opponent. If he gets a direct damage spell, I can still die easy enough. Thanks. He's impressed. Good game. I said it. You said it twice. Can't stop the flyer. He's going to chump block Jodah. Now you're going to lightning strike me to death or what? I'm going to decline that one and I'll just pay to hit him in the face. It's only, what, 2 points? But those 2 points acted as lifelink because they were attached to lifelink thanks to Zur. So that's a nice little trick. If you get Zur in there, then you can use Ancient Wars to act as a lifelink spell. Not one that's commonly known or used. But that's a tip from your Uncle Tpull. Mirror box. Wait for him to read everything. He might just quit. Because I am going to attack with everything. My opponent's name is Name Eraser. And that'll do it. First strike, then everything else. Final score, 27 and a minus 17. And that's what happens when you get Jodah out. And just cast a single good shrine. That is fun. Oh, Blight Pile. I think I have 4 of those by now. We're getting closer to being able to play our Defender deck. Scab Wrangler? I don't think I've used Scab Wrangler in a deck yet. Alright, we're going to do one more. We're due for a loss, right? I had devastating losses earlier tonight playtesting this card until I took out the extra Shrine Steward. I was playing like green-red who would beat me with 3 lands, and they just put out a bunch of 2/2 drops that synergized with each other, and they deal me 11 points of damage on turn 3. Or I'd face an angel deck where they get, what's her name, Cayuta or Guard out, the 2-drop angel that buffs up every angel that comes after. And they were playing white, black, and red, or no, white, blue, and black, and they got just everything they needed, every turn. It's like perfect hand type stuff. But us, now, look at that. We can actually cast a spell on our second turn. It's beautiful. Okay, there's our third one. We will just attack with what we got and pay to pump it up by 1 counter. It's the only possible target on the field for it. If your opponent does have opposing shrines, if there's ever a reason, you could add a counter to the opponent's shrine. I'm not sure why you would. It's not a normal tactic, but that would be an option. Okay, what do we've got? We've got green and red and black and blue, so this has to be white. And we can put down another spell, and we want to save our shrines. We can't afford to pay for any buffs. And if they have removal, we kind of want them to play it now. This is a jank deck, isn't it? Okay, so if we play this down, we play Jodah, and everybody goes from a 2/2 to a 5/5. Do you chump block or double block somebody? They weren't worried before against a couple of 2/2s, right? But now, no spare mana. So if they don't have a removal spell, they're black, so they should at this point, right? For 5 mana, you should be able to kill anything. Depends on how janky their deck is. Filer of Dreams instead. I'm going to say that they're in trouble now, because we get to play this, and we cascade with Jodah, and we get out Go Shintai, and now we can just attack with everybody. And that's game. They didn't block. Alright, we're going to leave it there. And we're just going to take our wins and we're going to end it. And again, I might change a couple of the items in here just because I feel like I might have too many shrines. And maybe I need a little bit more interaction, like a 1 or 2 drop early up front to fill out the mana curve, because I only have a couple, as you can see in here. We'll pull it up again real quick. There, I just have 2 1-drops, and that's combat research. And I think I only have 2 copies of that right now. But so I might change up a little bit of this. I might lose 1 of those, maybe 1 of those, that kind of thing. But that was a pretty good showing. That's the deck. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.